behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there, it's Palm Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Another great interview is coming your way in just a moment. But don't forget about the subscribe button and the bells there, and you're always going to be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like. We'd love to hear from you there. And pay attention to the description because it will have contact info, and the contact info will also be repeated at the closing credits at the end of the show. So we hope you stay tuned for that. From San Antonio, Texas, we have Mona Lisa today, another great artist. I think you're going to agree, and we'll get to that in a minute right after this word from the Caden Gordon Show and TLC Travel Agency. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
The Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix, is a 2-hour show playing independent and mainstream country music you know and love. Be sure to check it out at thecadengordonshow.com for more information on the show.
Ever thought about owning your own business? Tanya Lapsley-Cockett did. She decided a little over 5 years ago that she was going to be an entrepreneur, so she started her travel business. Tanya is married and works a full-time job. Her business has given her amazing opportunities. Not only does she get to help people create memories by booking their vacations, sporting and entertainment tickets, rental cars, etc., but it has also allowed her to help other families create legacy income. The travel industry is extremely lucrative and is an $8 trillion industry. The travel industry is projected to earn in excess of $15 trillion over the next 10 years. The travel industry pays its professionals up to 70 to 80% commission on the travel that they book for themselves and their clients. As a travel business owner, Tanya books travel and teaches others how to own and operate their own travel business. She is a director in training on the marketing side of her business, where she has helped over 90 families start their own businesses. If you're interested in owning your own travel business, please contact Tanya at 917-743-1199 or at ladytlc3555@me.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from San Antonio, Texas, we have Mona Lisa today. Thanks for joining us, Mona Lisa.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
A few days ago, we had Rero Chingon on the show, and this is his wife, by the way. So tell us a little bit about how it all began for you. I mean, I'm sure it's the same story as his. You know, maybe you started ever since you were a kid, maybe come later. I mean, tell us in your...
Well, yeah. So as a kid, I did start off, musically with music as a kid, but I played the piano since I was 5 or 6 years old. And so that always piqued my interest. And after that, I decided I wanted to go to college for music because I didn't know how to kind of break into the industry because I didn't talk to anybody who, did music at that time, or I hadn't met anybody yet. And so I decided to go to college, to Levelland College, South Plains College. And that's something I decided to do. And I decided to move ahead with that. And once I got in there, I learned that it was a little bit different. I was taking like commercial music classes and stuff like that. It was a little bit different than what I wanted. And it was just the schooling of it the school part of it turned me off. And so I decided to go my own way and do my own thing. And I got my own keyboard and I got my microphone and I started recording. And then I met my daughter's dad, and he did music. And then my husband also does music. So he's been doing it for, 20, 30 years, and I'm 31. And so I've been recording and producing and stuff like that and making music for roughly 12 years, about 12 years. And underground hip hop, Tupac and stuff like that, things that Tech Nine, all the underground artists and things, hip hop, but I'm really diverse. We do all different kinds of music, but I'm really, hip hop is where my heart's at. So, and that's how it's always going to be. Conscious hip hop is one of my things that I try to promote now after my wreck. but I became a lot more conscious after my wreck. So I try to incorporate that in with my music. So you hear a lot of that. You hear a lot of the conscious aspects of it, a lot of the, universal metaphors and things like that you can get kind of deep spiritually with it. And I like that kind of music, and I like making that kind of music. It's a passion and it's an art. So, and I take it real serious, but I love it. I love what we do.
Yeah, well, that's really good. Both you and your husband obviously are really good at what you do. I hope you stay in it as long as he does, and I hope you continue success there.
I
Uh,
appreciate it.
Tell us a little bit about your influences. I mean, I'm sure there's a few hip hop artists that really influenced you.
A few of my influences, like I said, Tupac's something that's, what my generation listened to, all those underground hip hop artists, and Kat Dahlia and Rihanna are two of my really, really big influences. I like their styles, and I like that. I like the mix of the kind of music that they produce. So those are some of my big influences. And since I've married my husband, I've had a lot more of the older influence of hip hop, that original old school hip hop. So that's where a lot of my influence is at, my main influence.
Okay, yeah, I can see a lot of that in your style there because you mentioned Rihanna and Tupac, and so forth, and really classic artists and really legends. Legends in their own right. Um, well, I mean, I'm sure you can find all your stuff on all the streaming platforms, but besides that, do you have like an official site or?
No, not yet. It's almost up. It'll be part of our website that we have coming up. So
Okay. Well, how about social media like Facebook and so forth? Maybe you can tell everybody where they can find you there.
you can type in Mona Lisa Phases on YouTube is where I can be found right now. So you can look up Phases and you can look up Mona Lisa. You can put it in all quotes and look it up through Google, and it'll take you right there to YouTube. That's the main platform right there. And after that, you'll be able to type that into all the streaming platforms, and it'll go from, Spotify all the way up. So I'm not sure if I'll have anything on SoundCloud. My older stuff's on SoundCloud. So, but I've changed names since then and stuff like that. So, but you can find it at Mona Lisa Phases on YouTube.
Okay. Well, go ahead and do what she says. Follow her on all those social media sites and the streaming sites and so forth. I know she would love you for that. And we're getting ready to watch this video. Let's see, it's called Minority Cubed. And that's a really good song, by the way. Tell us a little bit about the story behind that song. We'd love to hear.
So the story behind Minority Cubed developed after I had my wreck in 2014. I'm in a wheelchair and I became paralyzed. And I take the Minority Cubed aspect of it as not only being a Latina, considered a minority in some places. I am a woman, also considered a minority in some places, and then in a wheelchair, considered a minority in most places. And so the cubed aspect of being a minority to me says not only do you have to present yourself a certain way, but you have to present yourself even stronger, having these three things in some places working against you. And so that is something that I had in the beginning after I was in a wreck. And since then, I've developed a little, bit of a stronger attitude, but this was part of me developing that stronger attitude because in the song, you hear it getting very deep about my parents not really thinking in a way, this is speaking from a daughter's point of view, not thinking that I could handle my child at that time and things like that, because when you're in a wheelchair, it's hard. And so after I had that wreck, I had to go back to square one because I was still a young mother. And so it's in my music. You'll hear the story. That's what Minority Cubes is about. It's a story about that. And it's a story about trying to rise up from being in a wheelchair, and have a few friends who are in wheelchairs who can really identify with it. So I try to put that in my music, but this was an earlier song. So you're going to hear a lot of that in it. And it's very conscious. It's very empowering, and it's very motivating. So that's what I seek to bring with my music.
Oh, okay. Well, it is a great song, obviously, and I know you're really going to love it. We'll get to that in a second, but Mona Lisa, thank you so much for being on the show today. Come back anytime you want to plug something new, and we'll have you back on.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, and here it is, Minority Cube by Mona Lisa, that begins right now.
You've been brainwashed to believe you're behind. Turn down, no chance when you get down even from your own kind. They live their life and rewind. It's the era of the altered minds. We've been construed, all this time we've been confused. Won't lose my grip again, I am my only best friend. And I'll do my damn best to make it the right way to the very end. Don't listen to what they say, if they bring you down, don't live that way. Pick your head up, get your bread up, cause you're fed up, but it's a new day. And so I give thanks, remember to appreciate everything I have, or anything that comes my way. And live with gratitude, it's all about attitude. If it's on the news, then it must be true. World Wide Web, hell yeah, that too. Manipulation for validation, free your mind, false inspiration. Come on, and let's fix this mighty nation. When you don't know what to make of yourself, your picture's drawn by somebody else. When the odds are never in your favor, can't nobody save you, they label me a traitor. When you don't know what to make of yourself, your picture's drawn by somebody else. When the odds are never in your favor, can't nobody save you, they label me a traitor. First, admit you slipped, no wisdom instilled, just hollow tip. No relationship had to keep my baby away from me, lift my spirits. Your hatred robbed my bliss, doctor said it's paralysis. Now wait, my plot twist, the sky's the limit, so don't quit. Shepherds, victims, twisted system, careful what you teach my children. What happens when Alice shrugs, more to life than party and drugs. Assuming I run the streets, involved with all these bums and thugs. A real G's one thing, won't talk to score, but he knows it stings. Queens and kings, know the legend, all it brings. A theory made of strings, slip can't swim, you know you'll sink. Life's so unfair, misery stay over there. Keep pessimism out of my clean air, cause we must all care before it's too late. Any name depreciates, people gonna be real sad when they see no pearly gates. When you don't know what to make of yourself, your picture's drawn by somebody else. When the odds are never in your favor, can't nobody save you, they label me a traitor. When you don't know what to make of yourself, your picture's drawn by somebody else. When the odds are never in your favor, can't nobody save you, they label me a traitor. Young people, all people, steal your minds and hear me one time. If you can do it, so can I. And if I do it, then you better try. Please be inspired. Smoky wheels on fire, taking back your empire. Set your heart and soul afire, and let the new you rise, clean from ash refined. Society pays no mind, but refuse to leave a man behind. You're given nada, so work hard and go get your prize. When profit multiplies, CDs and all merchandise, while the deaf line dumb stay preoccupied. Time to reanalyze where you overemphasize. Reorganize, prioritize. I am not disabled, I'll never be immobilized. When you don't know what to make of yourself, your picture's drawn by somebody